any athlete coming up, just be you, play your sport, give it 110%, and just keep going. It's going to get hard. That's guaranteed. That's a given. But what really shapes you as a person, not just in sports, but in life as well, is yeah, you're going to get knocked down, but are you going to get back up continuously over and over again?
And learning that just to have fun, just like do what you do best, and but most importantly, do what you love, bringing glory to God, and you'll be set. You'll be fine. Like it doesn't matter like who's in front of you. It doesn't matter who's made a mark. You can always leave a better mark because of just having passion and joy for what you do.
Hi, I'm Ximena Garcia Benitez, and welcome back to The Young Athletic. Today, I actually have two really well-driven athletes from Ventura High School. I have Noah Mace and Mateo Chavez. If you guys could talk a little bit about yourselves, what grade are you in and what sports you play?
My name is Noah Mace. As she just said, I'm currently a 12th grader at El Camino High School, but I play sports at Ventura High School. I played football all 4 years, and before that, I was just growing up, kid in Ventura, been here, same house every day of my life. Grew up playing youth sports, Foothill Little League, LYSO, soccer, VFC soccer, and it's just been great, living in the city.
I'm Mateo Chavez. I go to Ventura High School. I'm a senior. I do football and track for all 4 years. I currently live in San Paulo all my life, so it's a very long commute. I've been doing sports for about 12 years now, and I just love it.
So what got you into that sport specifically? I mean, you said you had plenty to talk about. Is there like a main one that you just stuck to for most of your life?
Growing up, it was really just baseball because my mom was really scared of head injuries and other injuries to my body. So it was a lot of just like no contact sports, nothing. And I wanted to do hockey first because I wanted to try that. But finally, when I hit freshman year, I'm like, my cousins have played it, my uncles played it, grandpa's played it. Like I want to do it. So I finally convinced her, and ever since then, it was just like such an outlet for me. Whether I'm having like a hard day, hard week, whatever the case may be, just get out on the field and in between the lines, it's like I can just escape and be in that element with Mateo or other teammates. It's just been nice, and it's been really cool learning and growing as a person inside of that.
Yeah. What about you?
So I did soccer for 8 years because same thing. My mom didn't want me to get head injury, and that was really fun. That's where I met Noah for the first time. My second year, which we were probably like second grade. So it's been a while. And then after the soccer, I quit sports for 2 years, and then I went back to Bucks back in like fifth grade, and that's where we met like 90% of the football team that's currently playing. And so I did that for 3 to 4 years, and then I stopped eighth grade year because of COVID. And so when I came and joined Ventura, like the first day here, I knew everybody. Like it was so easy getting back into sports, and it was just so much fun. And then keep now on track, I've met even more people, and it's just opened up so many opportunities for me, and just doing something I love.
So what I'm hearing is football is like the main sport. It's your guys' outlet. Like, is track just kind of like a little side sport that you guys, or do you prefer one or the
For
other?
me, I mean, football was like my life for all 4 years. It was a little silly. Like I based my mood off of how I did at practice or how I did in a game. And I'm sure other athletes, like I'm sure you can probably relate to that a little bit. But track just was I missed that team aspect, and I didn't know what to do. I'd have 3 hours in the afternoon, 4 days a week, and my Friday night's completely open without football. So I was like, I want to, get involved in something else where I can have that team aspect as well and learn something new. And it's been very humbling. That's the key takeaway from it.
Yeah, so for me, football and track, they're kind of equal. Right now, I'm leaning more on track because that's where I'm getting more attention. Because in football, it's so much harder to get attention because, like, there's millions and millions and millions of athletes at my position. So, yeah, I was like really, really focused on football because I thought that's what I wanted to do. And when I joined track, like Noah said, it's not really a team. It's more of focused on you. So I got more attention and more athletically skilled. And from there, I was able to get more attention from coaches and colleges. And so right now, my focus is track.
What positions did you guys play in football?
I played middle linebacker. Didn't really play that much until senior year. That was when I got most of the opportunities. But tried offense a little bit. Sophomore year, I think together we played offense, and then snapped my ankle, and then Junior year, offense again, fractured my foot, and then this year was injury free, so I just committed to defense, and that was what worked out the best for me.
You?
I've been kind of everywhere. My freshman year, the first half of the season, I was linebacker, middle linebacker. I was horrible at it. I only played one game, and then I think DP is when they're like mid game, boom, oh, you're D lineman now. So I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of stayed at D line there. Sophomore year, I switched to D end and tight end, and then I got kicked out of tight end because I wasn't good at it. And then I stayed at D end from sophomore year to junior year, and I started getting good at it. And then my senior year, I was starting, and then something happened with one of our linemen. I said, like, Mateo, you're starting O line. It's like, okay, great. And then I was like, wait, I'm actually good at this. And then that's where I kind of fell more in love with football and started getting more serious about it.
That's cool. So overall, like, what do you think has been the most memorable moment of your whole career over the years?
Oof, whole career for me. There's honestly a lot of moments, but I think the one that sticks out to me the most was honestly, a lot of people are gonna think it's kind of weird, but junior year when I broke my foot, like obviously it doesn't sound good, but the immediate reaction from my teammates, like all of them coming to like check on me, support me, make sure I was good, was like very. It made me feel good, like very very wholesome. And I knew like wow, like these guys have my back through thick and thin, and they would do anything for me. So that really stuck out to me, and I think that's the biggest moment for sure out of the last 4 years.
Because it's never easy coming back from injury. I had a really tough injury when I played soccer too, and it's really hard. But the
Yeah, no,
teams,
definitely like the team camaraderie, I think is the word. I'm not sure, but like just having the feeling of like support on and off the field was awesome.
yeah. What about you?
Dang, most memorable moments?
Yeah, of your whole career.
This, okay. I think it was Rio Mesa this year. So it was my first ever game starting. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And all the coaches and all the players like, calm down. It's like, tell me to have fun, basically. And so I was nervous. And then first play of the game, I do well. And I look back and I was like, yeah, Mateo, let's go, Mateo, let's go, Mateo. And so that just brought probably the most joy I've had all 4 years. Like knowing that everyone's supporting me no matter what.
Yeah. So going back, I'm hearing a lot of your injuries were probably one of the biggest challenges. Was there anything else that you guys both had to overcome in your sports?
A lot of adversity as far as injuries, like you said, but what people don't realize is there is favoritism in sports, and I'm sure people are going to see this, and honestly, I don't care because I'll bring it to light that and I know you can testify to it as well,
So
as there
much.
is very big favoritism. And I get it with these kids, that are like freak athletes. They deserve to be in there. They deserve to get these reps. But as someone that like honestly rode the bench for the first 3 years, then randomly got an opportunity senior year and ran with it, it feels good. But when you're not one of those kids, you just are down and out and you want to quit. Like I remember coming home almost after every practice, you're coming home crying, like, I hate this, like, I want to quit, like, I'm not having fun, the passion isn't there. And shout out to my mom. She always was like, keep going, like, you've been here for the past 3 years, it's almost over, stick it out, like, eventually it'll get good. And then it did. But definitely favoritism is something that I really had to overcome.
Yeah. Do you agree?
100%. For me, it's like
It's hard to talk about without naming names, definitely.
Just,
Yeah.
I say like personal issues was like the hardest, because for me, Noah kind of knows, I lost 7 people in 1 year, and it was within a couple months. So it was just funeral after funeral after funeral. That's like such a toll on me, and yeah, and I was just like, honestly, I was like so lost. Like I was crying. I was like, I want to quit. I want to quit. I want to quit. And then my dad was like, look at your grandpa. He has 7 broken bones in his back. He has 4 broken bones in his leg. It's like so many things wrong with him. And he's over there lifting, roofing, all that stuff. And it's like, what excuse do you have? And that was like an eye opener for me. It's like knowing that like no matter what I'm going through, there's always someone else going through something harder. And so I just got to step it up.
Yeah. So, dealing with that, with what you said, favoritism, like losses in personal life, how do you guys mentally prepare for a big game or even just like a competition in track?
You want to think a big game like Buena, because there's definitely different like pregame rituals that people have, but for me it's always like I sleep so hard the night before, and I'll take like a nap before a game before I have to go to pregame and all that stuff. But depending on competition, like obviously you can't count your opponent out regardless. Like say it's like Channel Islands, they're notoriously not that skilled, we'll say, but you still they're going to bring the competition, and we have to as well. So it's really just mental preparation. You've gone through the week like we did, day in and day out. The first 4 days, it's all physical, like getting your body right, learning the plays, learning their plays, and then Thursday night rolls around, and it's all mental from there. Like you have your game plan, you just have to execute it. So it's just picturing it in your mind, the play, how you're gonna do it, like all that stuff. So really, it's kind of 50-50. It's physical preparation, and then after that point, it's like get out of your own head. Because I know you can also testify to it, and you can relate to it that you get out there, and it's like 1,000 thoughts a second, and it's weird. But if you can just kind of they say get your mind right. That's the main thing in football. So if you can get that down, then it should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's football and track is different. So for football, I would pregame rituals usually just blast gospel music for hours. So like since it's usually on Fridays, I have no sixth period, so I would go find like a spot to eat, something like that. Just have fun, let my body relax and enjoy itself. And then when I get there, I'm like, why am I stressing? Like God told me not to stress. So I just relax, play some gospel music, and just like I try to enjoy every moment as possible, like just to be more happy. Because I learned when you're more happy, you do better because you're not nervous. You don't care what other people think. And so when I'm on the field, like I want to look at the stands, but like if I do, I'm gonna get distracted. So like just focus on myself. And so yeah, in like first couple of plays, you're nervous. No, say so many thoughts going around your head. Like I got this person, or do I have this person? Like what do I do here? What do I do there? And I just learned to just enjoy it, relax, and just trust others. But for track, it's completely different. Mm-hmm. Track, you basically like are on your own. So I don't know if Noah does it, but a lot of throws, especially Evan, what we do is like, let's say like it's a Monday and we have a meet on Wednesday or Saturday. We will go on to athletic.net. We'll search up who we're going against, what their PRs are, like how often, like what's their average, and then we'll compare it to ours, and we'll like just compare and contrast, like see what we could do to get in their heads and like try to win. So meet day comes around. Usually they're a lot bigger than what we expect. Remember the Notre Dame kids?
There's some kids out there, man. Like our first meet at Oxnard, never thrown anything as far as track and field goes. This is a completely new sport to me as of this year. And I walk out there and I see these kids that I'm competing with. These sophomores are like 6'5", 6'6". I'm looking up like, you expect me to throw against this guy? Like, why am I even bothering?
And then like we're all stressing. And he's like, I hope I throw far. And he wins the whole thing. And I was like, what? How? Like, I'm over here, like, focused in, locked in. And he's like, oh, I won. Okay, cool. He's just laughing the whole time. I was like, laughing. And then that kind of reminded me of football. And so now my whole thing is like, before I compete, just eat candy, get some sugar in, and just like enjoy the moment. And then, because I realized like the joy of the Lord is our strength. So if you're happy, you'll be strong. And that's what I kind of realized.
Yeah, that, like, I wish I had known that sooner, because this previous meet on Saturday, I threw, like, the worst I've ever thrown shot put, and I was so frustrated. I was like, I want to go home. So I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, like, I'm doing terrible. Like, I'm not having fun. And she's like, who cares? Like, just throw it. Just let it happen. And then went out for discus, and I randomly had a 16-foot personal best. So now I'm just kind of that mindset, like Mateo said, just have fun and just do it. Like, don't think too much into it.
Yeah, especially for, like, track gets in your head so much more than football. Like, especially if you're throwing, you throw good, you'll be like, oh, I am the best. You throw bad, and you can't get that out of your head. Yeah. It's so hard to get that out of your head. But if you relax and be like, oh, I know I got this, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Like, especially like when I'm doing good, I'll have like my chest out, I'll be like, coach, I'm doing good. And like everyone will just be better. So
that's why, like I know you and I definitely went through it for the past 4 years, is like Garcia and all the other coaches.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you do a bad play, just leave it in the past. Like there's another one after it. So that's what was nice about it. But with track, you only get like a handful of attempts, so you have to make them count. And if one goes bad, I feel like personally like derails my whole performance.
So yeah, that's you guys kind of went into my next question. Like, what are like the similarities or like really big differences between track and football, and like, do you think they correlate with each other at all?
I think correlation there isn't a lot, unfortunately, which I kind of wish there was. But I mean, I think the biggest correlation is like you, me, and Evan being there together from football. But differences is like obviously football, contact sport, like you're 1-on-1 or 11-on-11, however you want to look at it. But there's so much planning that goes into it. Like, what, Sunday mornings, we would get like 3 videos of film on the teams that we're playing, and each video was like an hour and a half long, if that.
Max 2 hours.
Yeah, so we have to watch all these videos, mentally prepare, learn their plays, learn how we're going to counter, all that stuff. It's a lot to take in for 1 week, and then you have to do it the next week and so forth. But with track, I personally like Mateo said, the individual, you get really good one-on-one time, and you still get that in football. It's just one-on-one in like a group of, 10 to 15. But with my track coaches, it's directly one-on-one. I can work with them anytime at practice. I know you do it too. Evan does it, and that's what I like. But it's 2 very different sports, and it's 2 very different like techniques. Like with football, it's kind of just go hit the guy, like hit him hard, hit him fast. But with this, it's like so technical, and that's why I said earlier, like it's been so humbling because I've lifted weights for the past 5 years, and I just kind of walked into it first day like, oh, I'm just gonna muscle it. No, it doesn't work like that.
No. So for football, like he said, you're in groups, like position groups, and usually the starters and second strings get the most attention, and then everyone else is just left in the dust. Like they'll put you in for one play, you do good, they take you out. You did bad, they still take you out. And like switching the track, oh, so much, because like there's only 2 rings and there's 4 coaches, so you're gonna get so much attention, and the coaches, they'll film you, and so you'll do your throw. You'll review a film, like they'll slow-mo it. It takes like 10 minutes. You'll see what you're doing wrong, and you go, get your stuff, walk back, and then be like, oh, remember this, remember that. And for football, like you said, it's just like, go hit someone. Like, do your reads, go hit someone. But for track, like, you can't muscle it. It's pure technique. So let's say you're doing a spin. If your arm goes down a little bit, your whole throw is off. And like, if you look down, you're not going to throw far. If you look up, you're not going to throw far. It's like the smallest little things are like just game changers. And yeah, like, especially like coaching, it's still a little favoritism, but not so much.
Well, it's kind of favoritism, but also like I get it. Like the favoritism in football was like even if kids weren't as good, they still get like crazy like top of the hierarchy. But with track, like you and Evan, like I get it. You guys are our main throwers. Like you're gonna get a majority of the attention. You're the ones that are getting us points, getting us medals, all those things. But still, like you said, like you get like that good one-on-one time. And the difference between track and football is football, you get reprimanded hard.
Oh yeah,
Like
you get
full-on
screamed out,
screamed
spit in
at.
your face.
It's bad. But with track, it's like hey, you did this right, but maybe next time fix this on top of it. So it's just like gradually building up. But with football, you mess up in the slightest amount, it's just in your face, yelling at you, pointing fingers, get out, next guy up.
Wow.
I don't know if this is weird, but I kind of miss that yelling.
Well, I just feel like the discipline.
Yeah, there's not much discipline in track. Like
If you
the
wanna
only
be
the only
there, you're there.
disciplines are like the leaders and the team captains. Other than that, there's like no discipline. And so with Anderson coming back, now that he's yelling at people are like starting to get on the game. And we have our coach Angel.
Mm-hmm.
You mess up, you're lunging practice. Like you're doing lunges until he gets tired.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
I learned it the hard way too. And yeah, like what I feel like you need a little bit of yelling no matter what sport you're in. And that'll kind of like be like, oh, I gotta like focus in, I gotta do my stuff, and that's kind of the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like going on to that, out of all the coaches you've named a decent amount, is there one thing that a specific coach has told you that has probably changed your perspective, not even just in sports, but in real life?
I think the biggest thing I've ever been told was Coach AB. He always says, don't hesitate, penetrate. Like if in football, like if you're like scared to do it 100%. So I've kind of taken that into like my normal life. Like for me, like for school, for example, like, oh, I'm a little scared or nervous to take a test, but I know the material, just do it. Like you've studied, you've put in the time. But outside of life too, if I'm, like at the gym, I'm not really thinking of good examples, but like if I'm scared to do a lift, just do it, and do it 100%. So the biggest thing of that was like if you're gonna make a mistake, do it at 100%. Don't do it half effort. Because if you're gonna mess up, like everybody messes up, but there's a difference between messing up, kind of trying, and messing up with 100% effort. So that was the biggest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, something similar to that. So it was like giving 110% is like if you don't give it all your first try, then why are you trying at all? And that kind of stuck with me, especially like with track. Like when you throw, you only have like 4 throws max, so you have to give it everything you have. Even if you want to play it safe, you got to give it all you have. And in football, if you don't give it all you had, you're getting beat on the floor. Like you're getting like,
It's rough. It's no joke.
it's not a good experience.
No.
And so like I
Yeah.
could do that to life, like when I'm taking a test or when I'm driving, just literally anything, just give it all the first try, so you don't have to learn the hard way.
So, with that, how do you guys balance, personal life, school, if you guys work, and your sports? Because I know it's a lot. You guys are both seniors, so.
For me, school comes first. Again, shout out mom for grilling that into my brain. Because a lot of our coaches emphasize student athlete, and I'm sure you said you play soccer, so I'm sure you've heard it too. And I know you've heard it day in and day out. But I'm really trying to graduate early. I'm trying to be done by May, so like a good month and a half early. But I'm just trying to make sure I'm on top of that because like I think about the future a lot, and I can't really get anywhere without a diploma or good grades or anything. So I try and really have a good time management, I'll call it. I'm still not good at it. I'm still kind of learning as I go. But I'm trying to get a majority of my work done at the beginning of the week so I can have the second half for like working out, track, recovery, personal life with friends, whatever it may be. I'm just trying to kind of have time slots for everything.
Okay, so for me, what I've learned is like I put God first and center. So in the mornings, I wake up usually like 3 a.m. It's okay. Let me speak. Let me see. So I wake up at 3. I'll read my Bible for like an hour, and I'll just chill, think, and then from there, it's school. And school, it's school. No one really likes school. But like since I'm a senior, I have all this like FAFSA. You got all your college applications, you got your scholarships, you got everything you got to do as senior. So I try to do that either in the mornings or in the night. And then with track like that's like one of my priorities tied with school. And I work 2 jobs, so usually I'll work either early in the morning, like from like 5 to 7, and then just like go to school, or work like late at night from like 8 to like 10, and I work like almost every day. So, and there's like other stuff like if I have like a job where I'm working all day, like photography, but like I just skip a whole day of school, I'll do all my work the day before and the day after, just get it done with, and then I'll just so I don't have to worry about the whole day, and it's pretty busy.
So, are there like any key techniques that you guys would want to maybe say to the audience that have like helped you improve with that over time?
Definitely time management, I would say, is very key. That's a very key thing you need to have and be able to schedule out your day as far as your top priorities. You want to get those out of the way first, and then you can maybe have a little bit of time to slack if your schedule allows you to. Like for me, I wake up pretty late. Like today I got up at 11:30, and that's like the beauty of my school is being distance learning and my homework I'm ahead right now. So if you're able to slot it out and schedule it out enough to where you have everything like top priorities, medium, and then stuff that you can kind of slack on and be lackadaisical with, then you're good. So it's really just time management.
For me, I kind of learned the hard way. I procrastinated so much, especially this year. But what I learned was procrastination, like it could be useful. Like you'll know what you have to do, and the things you really, really don't want to do, you just got to get it done with. So like, let's say for our photography class, like all those assignments that I still haven't done, I I have them all done, but like I need to make that a priority. And so what I do is I literally turn off my phone, throw it away, and just get all my work done. And I don't touch it till like I don't till I'm completely done with everything. And then for like the least important stuff, like let's say like, oh, I gotta text this person this, I'll do that. I'll set a reminder and be like, do this, do that, and just like get everything done in a neat, organized way.
Well, so my next question's I was planning for Evan to be here, but he couldn't make it, so that was gonna go for you too.
Okay.
They complement each other. So the first question is, what advice do you have for younger athletes or younger students that you would like to tell them?
Ooh. Okay, I gotta tread really lightly with this one. I'm sure you're gonna know who I'm talking about, but don't let coaches ruin your sports. For me, that legitimately was it. Like I told you, I came home super upset and like I would say distraught. You know, I just was down and out. It was, a particular coach. Hopefully he doesn't see this, but yeah, the it was almost like verbal abuse. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
100%.
call it how it is. Like in my face every day. Like you're messing up, you're doing this wrong. And I distinctively remember and I can quote it. I got in with a teammate on a certain play and the coach turns around and sees me and this teammate and he goes, "Oh, you guys are in? Am I allowed to run any of my normal plays or do I have to change it up?" And for me that was like, wow, one, you're kind of insulting my intelligence level. Two, you just have zero trust or faith in me. And three, just why do I even bother showing up if I'm going to be treated like that? So, any younger athletes, I would just say play your game, focus on you, perfect your craft, and don't let these other people bring you down. Because if you think about it, like, am I ever really going to talk to this coach when I'm graduated? Like, am I ever going to see him again? So, it's all going to be in the now. And if something like that does happen, just let it happen in the now, move on from it, next play.
Okay. My advice would be find Christ and put him first. What I mean by that, oh, also like enjoy what you do. So what I mean is find Christ and put him first. Like know that he's always with you because like it doesn't matter like who like bullying you or who's messing like coaches like verbally abusing you. Like it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And so it's gonna hurt at first and it's gonna suck for like a couple years because I went through that for so long. But knowing that Christ is with you, like you'll learn to be happy and then enjoy what you do. Like, don't be like too serious. If you're too serious about it, you're gonna fail. Like, you're just gonna not do well at all. So enjoy, like, smile now and then. Like, my coaches tell me, like, every time I'm doing bad, they're like, Mateo, smile, cheer up. Like, just find something to make you laugh or like what I've happened before for football is my family, they'll have giant cutouts of me to make me laugh and they'll yell my name and I'll look back and I'm like, oh, there they are. And I'll start laughing. And so I go on the field and I'm laughing, I'm smiling, and then the other team's like, what is he doing? And I'm catching off guard and I win. And just like finding joy in what you do is like the most important thing to do.
So, again, with that, what's something that you guys have learned from older athletes who are kind of similar to you or that you followed? Like, is there something specific that you learned that still helps you right now and it like shaped you as a person?
Something that shaped me as a person, definitely something, Nick Thomas. Shout out Nick, he's in the Navy right now. Hope he's doing good. Kind of what I just said, like I would get in my head so much and I would count myself out and he would just be like you're good, like you're athletic, you're strong, you're capable. That was the main thing, is that he made me realize that I'm capable as a person and as an athlete to do anything if I put the effort in. And so that really resonated with me. Like, it's just effort. Like, you can be like a gifted athlete or you can't be. You can be the biggest kid or the smallest kid, but at the end of the day, if you're the smallest kid and you're putting in 110% like Mateo said, your chances of being better than, the gifted kid and he's going 50% or better. Because it's always effort is what people are going to notice, and that's what's going to get you far. So definitely when he told me, like, you're capable, you just have to try your hardest, that stuck with me.
For me, it would be, I don't know if you know him, Ian Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
He said, be honest with yourself. Like, don't set something's too high where if you don't reach that, you'll just crush yourself. Be honest. Like, learn to be humble now and then. Like, you can enjoy yourself. Like, you know how Evan is when he gets that medal? He's like, like, learn to be humble and just be honest with yourself. And like Noah said, like, someone, I forgot his name, but he told me, it's like, you, like, just because you're not the best doesn't mean you won't be the best. Like, talent and effort, totally different. Like, you have talent, but if you have no effort, the kid with effort is gonna beat you. So effort's gonna be talent every single time, no matter who you think you are. So like, be honest with yourself and just learn to be humble.
So, What are your guys' plans for the rest of the track season? What do you guys hope for? Do you guys want to go to college? I mean, you said you were going to go.
Yeah, as far as the rest of the season goes, I'm not really taking it that seriously. It's kind of just like a hobby right now, and I know he's taking it seriously because he's going places. But for the rest of the year, it'd just be cool to like be out there with my friends, teammates, and I consider like you and Evan like family. We've gotten super close since like senior year. All of the seniors got really tied in because it's like this is it, last ride, and then randomly came out for track like, hey, Mateo's here, Evan's here, like this is cool. We get to keep going together. As far as goals go, just throw it far. That's all I can really say. But after high school, headed to the United States Army. I'll be an Army reservist, so I'll be in town still. I don't want to leave Ventura. I want to be here, until I take my last breath. This is where I was raised. This is where I've learned everything, and I intend to pass it on to future generations. So go do that thing, come back, and just go from there.
Like, my plans are a little complicated. So for track, I'm taking it so seriously, like visit, offer, like coach, like all that stuff. But like my goals for track, it would be get that scholarship to the 3 colleges I want to go to, and be first in the county, first in the league, top 5 in state, and just like absolutely like let everyone know like, hey, this is me. This is what God could do through me. Like it's not for my glory, but it's for His glory. And after college, I'm gonna go to university. I'm not gonna say which one. It's not commitment day. But I'm going to go to university and just do so well, sign up for the World Athletics. And in 2028, my plans for Olympics. So those are my plans. And then after that, retire, maybe, I don't know, be a cop for fun. Just like be a chill cop.
For fun?
For fun. Like I have so many family members that are cops. Like they just enjoy it. Like they just have fun with what they do. And whatever the Lord has for me, that's what I'm going to do.
As you can tell, he's kind of the more ambitious one as far as the now.
Yeah, he has a straight plan. Like, you're ready.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
It is really good. So this is...
Can you say what those 3 schools are? Or no, you don't want to?
No, not yet, no.
Alright.
So this is one of my big questions. It's basically everything overall. So if you could leave one legacy or lesson behind for future athletes at Ventura or El Camino, I mean, they're playing for Ventura, what would it be?
As far as legacy goes, honestly, the tiny but mighty kid. Like, a lot of people counted me out due to my height. I'm not the tallest, but when we got in the weight room, it was different. Like, I outlift you 10 out of 10 days, and you know it. But, wow, I need to humble up. Just any athlete coming up, just be you, play your sport, give it 110%, and just keep going. It's going to get hard. That's guaranteed. That's a given. But what really shapes you as a person, not just in sports, but in life as well, is, yeah, you're going to get knocked down, but are you going to get back up continuously over and over again? 4 years, injuries, not playing, all that stuff. And I still finished 4 seasons, and it wasn't easy at all whatsoever, but kept trying, kept giving it everything I had, and overall, I'm pretty proud of how it ended up.
For me, I'm gonna go like David and Goliath, basically. Like you're coming in brand new, right? And you got this senior, junior, whatever. He thinks he's all that. Like he's good, but just letting God work through you, and you'll overcome them. And learning that just to have fun, just like do what you do best, but most importantly, do what you love, bringing glory to God, and you'll be set. You'll be fine. Like it doesn't matter like who's in front of you. It doesn't matter who's made a mark. You can always leave a better mark because of just having passion and joy for what you do.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
And this is my big question, guys. If you could go back and talk to your younger self when you first started playing football or when you guys first started throwing in track, what would you say and what lessons have you learned that you wish you knew back then?
Stick with baseball. Stick with baseball. My mom was right. Mom, you're probably going to see this. You were right. My brain is the equivalent of applesauce. I'm only 18. I'm going to have horrible knee and ankle problems when I grow up. But, younger self, if I knew he was eventually going to play football, same thing that I've kind of said. I'm just going to keep reiterating on it because it's like it's so it's so apparent, like the favoritism and the obvious, like it's verbal abuse. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but it is. So you're gonna get counted out. You're gonna get, smack talked by coaches, players, parents, other teams, whoever it may be. You just got to keep going. You just got to shut everything out. Just be in your lane, be in your zone, and be you. It's like Mateo said, like, love what you're doing, love yourself, and just go for it all. Chase the dreams, make it happen. Because it's not going to happen without you or your effort. So you put your best foot forward, 110%, you just go for it.
Okay, this might be long. Don't do it to please others. Like, do not try to flex. Do not do dumb things to try to please others. Do things to please God. Because what I've learned is focusing on what others say broke me my freshman year. Like, I got in fights. You don't know about that. I was threatening people. Like, I was just horrible person because I was like focusing on what other people thought of me. And what I realized coming into my senior year is like, who cares what other people think? Like, it only cares what God thinks. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to see him when you graduate. You're not going to be like, oh, like in 20 years, you're like brothers or anything like that, family. You're not going to see him. So it doesn't matter what other people think or say. Just you do you and learn that's going to be okay. Just have fun and do what you love.
Do you guys ever think of maybe coaching in the
100%.
Yeah.
Putting
So
together
much.
like a little youth, just insane team.
Project LeBron.
Maybe.
Would you guys just want to do football or would it be like throwing too? Because I know you really have a plan for that.
I'll do both.
I'd coach baseball or football. That was like, baseball was my youth time. Like, practice twice a week, games twice a week. Like, the passion was there. And then randomly, like, I found out, like, hey, I can run at someone and hit them at full speed. Like, I'm with this. Like, let's do it. But yeah, it'd be cool, like, to come back, after the military or wherever it may be and just see what's going on at Larrabee.
Yeah, for me, I wanted to do coaching like when I'm done with everything because I know Ramona Pagos, that's what she did. She won Olympics like a couple times, a couple medals. She's like in her 50s, 60s, but she moves. Like she's faster than like almost every throw we have currently, and she's in her older days. But like that's kind of giving me inspiration. What I do, like do what I want to do first, and then help others.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to make sure the people hear that you say that, meaning she's faster than you too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We just had to clarify that.
Like running wise?
Throwing wise.
Throwing wise.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like she could beat you in a sprint. Like she could throw further than you?
No, she can't. She moves faster in throwing.
Oh.
She could probably be a couple of the throwers.
Don't say me, man.
With that all together, beyond sports, are there any other just hobbies that you guys really, really enjoy that you guys want to maybe talk about?
People are going to find this weird, but honestly, my biggest hobby right now is school. Like, I'm so locked in on it right now. Past, not even high school, 7th grade, it was just down. Like, I was, like, cutting class, like, running with the wrong kids, like, just doing everything wrong. And up until senior year, it was just, like, lying about my grades, lying about where I am, like, if I'm behind. Like, oh, I'm ahead. Like, don't worry. And then eventually, sooner or later, my mom would find out. But this year, randomly, I don't know what happened, but it clicked. And now I'm, like, on track to graduate early, so I'm just, like, that's my main focus. And I would honestly describe that as, like, my biggest hobby. But outside of being a nerd, track, as you know, but then just staying in shape, just being outside. I love going to the beach with friends or going to the gym. Late night drives, as overused as it is, it's awesome. So just kind of being a kid, existing.
I have a couple of favorite hobbies outside of sports. Photography is a big one that really got me out into the world. For photography, I started really, really small in my church, and we were at this. I did it for a couple months, probably to like October, December. And I kept posting about it. And then one day, this law firm reached out to me. It was like, hey, do you want to take photos and videos of us? I was like, yeah, sure. I did that. That got me even more info, like more pushing out there. And I realized like, wow, I'm actually like good at this. I can actually do a lot of money out of this. And that's one of the hobbies. Other hobbies is church. Not like church, but like church events. Like there's there's a recent event I went to. It's called HYC, and it's a 3-day event where you're literally it's constant for 4 hours every day, like twice a day, 4 hours, and then besides that, just having fun with my friends. Like what he said, late night drives. I do that every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Dude, you're a little hooligan.
A little bit.
Mateo, do you want to talk about a little bit about the district show that you just got into?
Okay, the district show. So basically, my teacher, Miss Moorfield, she was like, "Mateo, you're so good at photography, this and that. You should do the district show." It's like, okay, yeah, I did my photos. I submitted a couple. Most of them were from church. A couple of car pics. I submitted it, and like a day later, Miss Moorfield was like, "You're in. Like you're in. Like this was your best shot. You're in with some of the best in the entire district." And so the show, I don't know when the show is exactly, but it's gonna bring my photography brand out there to more people, and they're gonna frame it. They're gonna hang it up and let people review it, critique it, and it's just a way to get experience.
You're going places, man.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about like being a senior is like after this, like I think about this so much. I don't know if you do, but like last day of school, my thought is always like, oh, 2 months then I go back. 2 months and they're like, we're done.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
for the
done in
past
2
12
months.
years, like it's no more. That's crazy to me.
Is there anything I should know for next year that I should be prepped for?
We could tell you how it's really gonna be, but I know your mom is here, so make sure you stay on top of all your classes. Try really hard. It's gonna be hard.
Junior year was the hardest of the classes. Senior year is the hardest in general. It's the most stressful year possible. Like all the paperwork you have to do for applications, that takes forever. All the essays. FAFSA, if you want to go to college, that takes forever. Like, you really need to lock in. Like, I haven't bought my cap and gown yet. Because, one, for a couple reasons.
Dude, you need to get on that.
One, it's like $500.
Yep. Yeah, no, mine was like $450.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They don't go cheap on you.
No.
So
It's-
you got to learn.
Wow.
Tell your mom.
How
tell your
much
mom.
was my brother's?
I don't remember it being that high, but just know that the school's also providing.
Yeah, you can rent one too if you want to do
You
that.
can rent it.
But my
But you
mom
guys are buying
renting,
them?
renting would be like
Yeah.
$100.
35. I don't remember.
35.
The campus, yeah.
Yeah, no, my mom. I was like, Mom, are we renting or buying? And she's like, do you want to like have this hanging in your closet for the rest of your life? Yeah, of course. You have yours. Like I want mine. So yeah, like $400, $500 later, still haven't received it. Don't know when, and we ordered it in like November.
I think it's like April you get it.
But I'm like, I have to do all my customizations to it.
And
Oh, yeah.
and like you don't have to get a Letterman, but if you do,
I'm planning on getting one.
expensive. It's I think mine was
Dumb
like
expensive.
mine.
She still has hers. She went to Ventura too.
my Letterman was like $750,
Yeah, no,
It's-
they are insane.
Inflation.
and
Well,
especially
do you have like patches for soccer?
yeah, they charge you if you
Uptick.
Yeah, they charge you.
Ridiculous.
Well, you had like one patch.
No, every okay.
Throwing shade.
I have lamps like there's.
She has more lamps than me though, like the academic one.
But I don't remember being that expensive or rather. He only graduated 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
And he had more patches than me. Well, I mean, I still have next year, but
I have the V, and then I have the footballs, and then I have Channel League champs.
I have the V, Channel League champs, county champs. 4 from track, 4 from football, and I forgot the other ones.
Someone's an athlete.
Not really. I'm trying to get so much this year, but like, it's senior year.
When did you hit 6'5"?
Probably like over the summer.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you've been tall. You were way taller, like he said in the beginning. We played second grade. You were taller than all of us then. But I remember freshman year, I was like,
I know, but
Who's
like,
this guy?
but freshman year, I was only 5'11".
only 5'11".
yeah,
So, and then my sophomore year, I went to 6'1". Junior year was 6'2", and now I'm 6'4". So I've been growing,
Must
But-
be nice.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Like 5'7".
It's not bad.
It's not good though.
It's fine. Like,
But yeah, like when I was looking at military stuff, I was like, what's like the shortest I can be in the army? And I was like, 4'11". Chilling. We're good. Finally meet the height requirements. Let's
Oh
go.
boy. No,
That's like you though. Like if you joined, you're a sore thumb, dude. They'd see. way
I
up there.
know, right? Like when I almost hit my head.
Yeah, he almost took his head off today on a pull-up bar in my doorway. That's like this far from like the top of the doorway, and he almost. Must be nice.
Uh,
Yeah, like, can you walk me through like what's it like being that tall?
being tall, like there's so many perks, like messing with shorter people.
wow.
I.e. me,
Also, like Ryan McLovin, but like
our coaches.
yeah, our coach. But like the cons, you're in so much body pain when you're growing, especially like your bones. You just want to stop growing. But other than that, like I don't know, growing muscle when you're tall is hard because you have so much body to go through. But it's pretty fun being tall.
If you could switch like heights with me for a day, what are a couple things you would do? Because immediately, if I was your height, I'm going to dunk on like everybody at my level. Like I'm going to 24 or LA. No, I go to LA Fit because that's where the winning kids are at.
Yeah,
So I'd be
yeah.
like, slam it on them. I'd probably go shoe shopping because I want to feel what
Dude,
it's like.
no, shoe shopping
Well, what-
absolutely sucks.
What size are you?
15.
Yeah, see, so I'd be like, I would just use it like as like a confidence boost. Like, yeah, I'm a size 15. Like, what do you guys got?
Like my foot size is like people's arms. Like
All right, that's a stretch.
it's longer.
He's
than,
lying.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
But like shoe shopping, you either got to do it online, which takes forever, and they never really have it because they don't make it. Or what I do, I go to Valencia or Camarillo to the outlets, and I find like the most out of pocket shoes for like $20, and I'll just take them home with me.
That's why your shoe game is like this then.
Yeah, but other times, no, other times I have a bunch of like nice Jordans that I would never wear. Yeah, and Jordan 1 lows. They're like 300, so they're expensive, right?
Yeah.
I
No,
got- The guy there, he was like, "This, they've been here for 4 months. He got them for $50."
yeah, bro. Shoe market is crazy. Thanks, Mom, for letting me burn away a bunch of my savings on shoes.
Okay, well, I mean, is there any other questions you might have for me? Maybe for Patrick? Anything else you guys want to say?
What got you into like interviewing and podcasting?
When I actually got interviewed, I actually was interviewed by my coach this year for high school, who is actually really good friends with Patrick. And like Mateo said, I've actually always been into photography. Ever since, like, in 7th grade, Miss Moorfield was actually my teacher in middle school. So I've known her since I was actually in 6th grade because she was my art teacher. But I think being interviewed and, like, having this opportunity so, like, close to me, I was like, I want to do that because next year I'm taking visual communications. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to work with cameras, you know, film, cinematography, and, you know, I'm starting to learn audio a little bit more, so.
Here's a tip for photography: keep it as simple as possible. Don't overwhelm yourself, because
Isn't
Okay.
there an acronym for that? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Is that?
yeah.
I've heard that enough.
Yeah. Like, don't overwhelm yourself with photography, or else you're gonna like stress about it too much. Just
Have you seen me running at the track meets?
no.
I sprint, like,
You sprint.
places to get pictures of everyone. It's.
Well, I saw myself in the background in one of her pics.
Are you serious?
The one from Moore Park when you got him on the blocks. I don't know if it was the 200, but you can see me in the background, like leaning on the fence. I'm like, I'm out there.
I know, like, there's so much demand for photography. So like, if you're gonna have someone pay you, put it up there, and they will do it. They'll pay it right away.
At the Oxnard meet that I went to, this random mom came up to me and was like, "What's your Instagram? I want to book someone for my daughter's quinceañera." Out of nowhere. And I was like, "Okay, like, sure." And I was like, "But I don't, like, I'm still learning. I don't really charge yet." And she goes, "Well, you have time to figure out a price. Just put a price on it and I'll pay it." And I was like, "Okay."
Do like
Miss
Dude,
Moorfield, no, Miss
that's
Moorfield told me
steep.
like at least like
Oh,
maybe an hour. Like
You can
the
do because it's your first quinceañera, right?
yeah,
Yeah, do it.
Well, how long is like a quinceañera?
depends on the family.
Well, like-
It's either like the
Like-
same day or the whole week.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So you
quinceañeras are
could-
forever.
yeah. So dude, if you charge like, that's like.
I'm thinking of starting getting donations too, so
Oh, donations tax free.
that's why.
GoFundMe, Lincoln.
No, because like for
Are you serious?
yeah, and I'm there for 5 to 7 hours.
I'm gonna buy a camera now.
It's a good skill to have.
It is.
People don't tell you that, but it's a really good skill to have.
I know you took like the pretty like not easy route, but like it was pretty like
How?
like I mean you started off you're more of like portraits, right? And like some like landscapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I decided sports out of all I could do, and like it's so hard to like because people like are so like picky when it comes to their sport pictures, and they're like, oh no, I don't want that one. Oh, take pictures of me doing this. I'm like,
Yeah.
other people are asking me, and like you know, no one's really asked me to print yet, which I'm kind of glad because I'm still learning how to, but that's why I'm like, and you know, I've only been sticking to high school sports. I've been looking like maybe trying college sports, like I don't know, maybe during the summer or something, but I'm still trying to figure out what sports I want to stick to because I know football's really competitive when it comes to pictures, but I know people get super happy when they get their football pictures.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
like for us, like
100%.
our photographer will be gone after like 5 minutes and immediately like, dude, can we get the pics? And the game is like maybe 20 minutes over. When are the pics dropping?
Like we're on our way home. We're like, can we get the pictures already?
That's one of my pet peeves, guys.
Yeah, when people like ask for the pictures, it's so annoying.
That I had at the last track meet, there was like these freshmen asking me, sending me the pictures. I'm like, I'm taking pictures right now. I'm not gonna do it, and it gets frustrating. But I'm learning to be social. And
I want to say I took the easy route.
no, I didn't say that. I was just saying like,
Run the clip.
Yeah, play it back.
hey,
play
cut
back.
that, Patrick.
Play it back. Rewind.
Yeah, is there anything else?
Your senior year is gonna be the easiest year of all four. Don't quote me on that.
It's gonna be
I was a
easy.
senior myself a long time ago.
It's weird. Like I got into this year like, oh, like I actually have to like lock in like this year counts, and I'm like looking at all my stuff. I'm gonna take 3 classes a semester. Like let's go, and it's light classes. It's like English, government, sociology. Those are my main 3. Almost done. I'm done with English in like 2-3 weeks. So it's just like this came out of nowhere. Why is everything so easy? And I don't know if you experienced that too, but it was just like eye-opening. So I expected it because like 2 very different routes too, like college route compared to military. So I don't really have to go through like the whole college application process and all the essays and SATs and whatever it may be. But it was so weird. Like it shocked me to my core. Like, whoa, this is all I have to do. For the past 3 years, I've kind of just been putting everything off, and now it doesn't really matter. Like I almost wish I could like go back in time. You know, it's weird. I don't know if that was your experience, but
No. So they're more easy on you, but it's kind of bad that easy. Like they're not like, oh, they're not checking in on you anymore. Like you should do this by yourself. Because this is kind of bad to say, but only like 10% of the seniors at Ventura have done their FAFSA, and it's due April 2nd.
it is.
And all they do to notify you is the daily bulletins, and no one reads that. Do you read that?
No.
Yeah, see? That's my point. Like, you're not like being told to do this. Like, someone will say it and the word won't get out. So you gotta like really look into what you gotta do, get it done fast. But like, class-wise, it's been pretty easy. Because all I'm doing is Gov and Econ, English, photography, marine biology, and that's it.
Oh, we're in second semester. I was like, did I take econ already?
Yeah.
Oh, I will say, take the classes that sound like they're gonna matter. Like I took money management. That is the most beneficial class I've ever taken. Like I learned how to do taxes, how to finance stuff, like how to save, how to invest. And so I know a lot of kids' thought processes are like, why am I taking this? Like this isn't gonna matter. But then I find myself like out at like the grocery store, like, oh, like I know about like inflation rates now. Like this is weird. Like I'm retaining it. So take the classes that matter, but also like
Don't overwhelm yourself with classes.
yeah, that and just Like, actually take away from it. Like, learn stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I know as a kid, my mom would ask me, "What'd you learn?" I don't know. Stuff. I got, like, the stuff that I take away is the stuff I actually, like, take pride in learning. Like, I take pride in this government class. Because I had no idea there was 3 branches of government before this year. And now I know about all 3 of them. Couldn't name them, but I know they exist. So it's just, like, little things like that, like, you'll actually find yourself retaining and putting to use. So not just you, but, like, youth of Ventura, like, it matters. It does. So make sure you realize that it matters and take it seriously.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the classes that I signed up for next year, and I'm like,
Just sign up
What
for
are
it.
what are you taking?
so I'm doing ERWC. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, no.
it's-
It's like basically essays.
It's English reading and writing. Like, is it composition too, or like some? Yeah.
Why would you do that to
So
yourself?
English.
I'm more into like the English
Yeah, no,
history
I
aspect of
love
it,
writing, I
and
can't lie.
I did ERWC pre-calc.
I've heard that's not bad though.
Yeah, I have like a lot of friends who do it now,
Yeah.
but
Didn't about because it was too hard.
That's
Yeah.
well, dude. If you can pass it.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody
'cause-
can pass it.
Yeah.
this one's just for me, like it's a personal thing, but I've been in the two-way immersion program my whole life, so I'm in Spanish 5 AP literature right now. So next year I have to do 4 AP language just to get my seal and my accord. So I'm doing that. I'm doing visual communications and advanced digital photography. But Miss Moorfield was talking to me. She said she actually might try to combine the classes because not a lot of people signed up for visual communications. So
That made me think
and
about.
government and econ. So
How fun, those are like. Those
Government-
classes are actually kind of cool.
government econ,
I can't.
If you
lie.
have Tories, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have Tories and TAC are the best teachers for government econ.
I did mine in a book from 2014.
No, they never use the books, so you'll be fine.
It's
isn't
cool.
the econ final like oral too, or it depends on the teacher?
Yeah, it's an oral final. You have 60 questions. He gives you like two to 3 months to study them, and he'll spin the wheel on which questions you do. But it's easy. It sounds hard, but I thought it was hard too. And he was like, "You got it. He'll give you hints of what it is, and you'll be fine."
See, that's why I do distance learning. Because if you put me up in a classroom in front of kids and say these words,
No.
or is it like
It's-
recording?
No.
It's like in the hallway, right?
Yeah, he'll
It's,
take
like,
you out in
of
the hallway.
room.
He'll close the door so no one else will hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm good off of that. No,
What?
Too much pressure.
not so. But yeah. Like in the moment, I'd be like stuttering, shaking, sweating. I'd be like, I hate this. I want to go home. But like with me, my school, it's just like read the chapter, answer the chapter questions, turn it in, take the test, and I'm done. I didn't have a final at all.
Dang. I had 2 finals for econ.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it was the oral final and the written final. The written final was just harder because it was like 20 questions.
Who are the best teachers at your school?
Best teachers.
Mr. Garcia.
And why? What makes them good?
Oh. Okay, my sophomore year, I had my English. She doesn't go here no more. Miss Sellers. She would like. She was like a mom, kind of like she'll be like, "Did you do this? Did you do that?" And she'll like help you out with this. And then like every day, if you're missing one assignment, she'll call you in, and like be like, "You got to do this," and she'll make sure you do it. And like she's like a real benefit.
I'm still thinking.
Mr. Torres, bro, he's basically your friend. Like I emailed him and I was like, bro, like I call him bro, and he's like, that's the funniest thing I've heard. Like Torres, he'll give you work, he'll lecture, but if you just pay attention for like 15, 20 minutes, he'll do the important stuff, and then you can just zone out later because he learns. Tackett, he's just funny. Tackett's funny. Like he'll pick on you, but in a funny way. And Miss Moorfield, because she kind of got me into photography, so I'm a little biased on that.
I think for me, for Mr. and / Coach Garcia, because I grew up raised single mom, lost my dad when I was 2 to cancer. So once I hit freshman year, Garcia was immediately like a father figure to me. So it was awesome, like hanging out with Derek, like over at his house or at mine, or like going in on runs in the neighborhood because we live so close together. But like he'd give me rides like to and from practice to tournaments, stuff like that. He always would like text me to check in. Him mainly because he was like a father figure to me. And then this is gonna be very controversial, but give me Mrs. Johnson on my number 2.
Miss Johnson.
Dude, she catches a lot of hate, but she has got to be one of the
She is
sweetest people
super
I've
sweet.
ever met. Like, so forgiving. Like, every single day. These are like COVID days, our freshman year. My mask was down. Put your mask on. Still down. Then she would like write me a letter like, please put your mask on. Still wouldn't listen. Then she'd take my phone, and then I'd be like, fine. But like she was so forgiving and so understanding.
Because Miss Johnson truly cares about you, and it's sad because like she'll be in the class and only 3 people paying attention, but like you gotta if you make her feel better, you'll be bro.
She's just a great person.
she's like a mom kind of.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any more questions? Any more things you want to say?
Yeah, definitely. The Cougar Pride is real. Like, people call it cringe, whatever it is, but like, you wear those colors, like, you gotta wear them. Like, there's 100%.
Like if you're not gonna wear it full effort, take it off.
Yeah. You sound like me in the locker room before the games.
We have, well, I know you're in the locker rooms too. There's posters that say, like,
Yeah.
if you don't put the team before yourself, leave. So it's like, it's the tradition and the culture is crazy.
Yeah.
Feels good to be kind of a Cougar, if you count it.
I'm a Cougar.
Yeah.
You're basically a Cougar. You can.
Yeah.
You started as one, so
Started as a Cougar, went to a Seraph, now I'm an Eagle. So I bounced around. Yeah, bouncing around, but what's crazy is it's still Ventura to me. You know what I mean? Like, I still kind of caught some heat when I came back. You know, people called me Bonnie for like 2 weeks. That was fun. But it's still Ventura. You know, it's still home. It's still the same people. You've stuck by me through the past 4 years. Like, we've been together. Now we're like finishing out as seniors, so it's kind of weird, but it's home, regardless of where you are.
yeah. Even in track, the Cougar Pride is like, it's so real.
I'd never been to track meet before in my life, and the first one I went to, the Oxnard one, I was like, this is insane, but it's so fun.
Because what they do for track, they do everything they can do to make us do bad. We get on our buses at 5:45 in the morning.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for that.
No. But like the Oxnard meet, they purposely did not fix their ring so we could do bad. But we still won because we're Ventura.
Right.
But it's an intense rivalry.
Yeah. What's so weird, and honestly what I love about sports is, like, as a teenager, is like when we're on the field, like, we hate each other, but afterwards, like,
It's pure
like, what's up, dude? Like, we're homies. Like, with my friend Adam, I met him sophomore year, and outside of football, that's my dude. At track meets at, like, wherever we're hanging out. But if we're playing football against each other, it's like, it's on.
That's the same for me. I have a friend, Chris, who goes to Oxnard. In track, we're basically brothers. But that football game, bro, I forgot who you were for a minute because
Yeah.
no mercy on him.
Nope.
Shout out, Chris. But, like, I just wish in track there's more of that beef, that argument, like that pushing and shoving.
Wow.
Because, like, in track, like, you could talk, but once you throw, like, yeah, it's cool to throw far and make everyone, like, look like that. But, like, I want a little more yelling. A little more yelling.
Yeah, that's all you, big dog.
Maybe because I'm used to football yelling so much, but, like, just a little, not a lot, just, like, a little here and there would be fun.
Man, I thought you were like a gentle giant this whole time, and here we are.
No, I am. But sports is different, though.
Fair.
So you're a different person on and off. Is that what you're saying?
There's a middle. I'm the same no matter what, but just at a different aggression level. Like, I have my same.
So you're aggressive in person?
No. No, but, like, how do I say it? Like, in track, like, I'm just so, like, what's up, guys?
Yeah, he's been in like a little giddy mood recently. I don't know what's going on with him.
Because I was usually I'll be like in my serious face, because I don't know why. But then I don't know, just being happy, it's fun.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of just allow myself to be happy. Because I don't know if you were, I wasn't like really allowing myself to be happy with football. Like I was so serious, taking it so seriously. Like, oh, I'm gonna go like D1. Obviously, knowing I wasn't, but like I had to have something to work towards. And now with track, it's like just go out and have fun. Like just be happy with you, with other people. Just doing it.
Yeah, I feel like since growing up with pure female siblings, lucky sucked growing up. But once I got to like high school, I was like, wow, this is what having a brother is like. That's what like kept me in the sport, like finding a true family, like, and like just finding like a guy that I could like be rough with for once. Like
That's how you and I were at practice, dude. We would go at it.
we would go at it, but like being rough, me like playing it off, like we'll go eat after.
Okay, well, if there's anything else you guys want to say it. But I would say other than that, I think that's it. It's all I had. So
I got nothing.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for doing this. Like, it means a lot. Not only
Yeah.
for me, this is my first time hosting. And it was a pretty fun experience. So thank you guys.